Hello everyone. We are yet again with another session of assertion, reason, questions, and this time I'm with chapter Electrochemistry for 1 mark solution. Please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And these are my details. I'm Manisha Sharma from today's school. The video link is right there. And without wasting more time, let's begin with the assertion and reason questions. The first assertion that we have is it is impossible to make a cell with a pair of same type of half cells. अब half cells क्या होते हैं? अब जब भी हम let me just start the pointer also. Yeah, okay. So half cells kya hote hain? What are half cells? You have one disc, you have the electrodes, and you connect it, right? So these are two half cells. So if we have both the half cells as the same half cells, the cell won't be connected, right? Now the reason is change in concentration varies the electrode potential. Now what is this electrode potential? Electrode potential is the net difference between the right hand side electrode and the left hand side electrode. So when you take the standard electrode potential of the right hand side and you take the standard electron potential on the left hand side, uska difference lete hain, so you get the E0 cell. Now this is absolutely correct. Now what is going to happen? Please see. This is also same, right? This is also same. You are making it from the same component. Now, for example, I'm just assuming it to be 2 volts. I'm assuming this also to be 2 volts. What is going to be E0 for this? 2 volt minus 2 volt is going to give me 0. If it is 0, then there is no E0 thing here. If there is no E0, the system is automatically in the equilibrium position. When it is in the equilibrium position, it's not a cell or there is no, current passing from one point to the another. So that is why assertion is also correct, reason is also correct, and they both are correctly explaining each other as well. Second assertion that we have is when aqueous sodium chloride is electrolyzed. So when you are basically dissociating NaCl, you get Na positive plus Cl negative. Since it is an aqueous solution, you also get H positive and OH negative. Now this H positive will give you H2 and this Cl negative will give you Cl2. Then there is this overpotential thing, right? Overpotential, you understand? So reason is due to the overpotential of oxidation of water, and that's absolutely correct. So the dissociation is going to happen. Oxygen will be produced instead of hydrogen being produced. होना तो यही चाहिए कि hydrogen produce होना चाहिए, but hydrogen produce होता नहीं है. What is being produced is basically water, and if it is water, then automatically assertion and reason both are correct, and they are explaining each other also. The third assertion that we have is molar conductivity of an electrolyte increases with decrease in concentration. So for this, we have a simple graph. We have a graph for strong electrolytes and weak electrolytes. So this is strong electrolyte, This is strong electrolyte and this is weak electrolyte. This is molar conductivity and this is the concentration. So this is how it is varying. Now the reason says the mobility of ions decreases with increase in concentration. So that's absolutely correct. The number of ions per unit volume are changing, and that is why the mobility, the position, the way they are moving is also being affected. So that's why we say that molar conductivity is increasing with decrease in concentration, and that is because of the mobility of ions. So assertion and reason both are true, and reason is the correct explanation of assertion as well. Fourth assertion that we have is the electrode potential of standard hydrogen electrode is 0. That's absolutely correct. We call this SHE. She. In general, we also call it SHE, she. The electrode potential of this is 0 because it is also known as the reference electrode. And when we call it as reference electrode, the potential of it is 0, and the reason is there is no potential difference at the electrode solution interface in this case. So that is not correct. C for the assertion, that's definitely true, but reason there is no potential difference is not appropriate. That's because when we are talking about SHE, we have the water and oxygen, the water breaking up into hydrogen and oxygen, and as a result, we have the net electrode potential as 0. So there is nothing to do with the interface thing and all. So that is why assertion is true, but reason is false. Next assertion that we have is reduction of 1 mole of copper ions require 2 Faraday of charge. Now that also you understand, because every time when copper is undergoing a change to copper 2+, it is losing 2 electrons. And if it is losing 2 electrons, the amount of electricity or amount of charge that is being used is number of Faradays. So 2 Faraday, and 1 Faraday is equal to charge of 1 mole of electron. So again, the answer to this is that assertion is also true, reason is also true, and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. Next we have is fuel cells are pollution free. That's absolutely correct. Fuel cells use hydrogen like fuels along with oxygen for current production. That is also definitely correct. Till the time you are providing the energy in the form of hydrogen and oxygen to the fuel cell will keep on working. That is why fuel cell जैसे vehicles हम लोग इतने ज़्यादा use नहीं कर पा रहे हैं because of the scarcity of generation of fuels. जैसे ही हम इतने सारे fuels generate करने लग जाएंगे, फिर मुझे नहीं लगता कि कोई problem होनी चाहिए, and very soon we will be a green country with using only fuel cells and no petrol and no diesel. Next assertion that we have is Leclanche cell gives constant voltage throughout its life. The overall reaction of button cell does not involve any ion in solution whose concentration can change during this lifetime. Now, जो Leclanche cell है वो life नहीं चलता है. Uski nominal, the Leclanche cell are the normal pencil cells that you are using. Okay, these are the normal pencil cells that you see, that you use in your remote controls, the AC remotes, toy cars, all these things. So they are the normal cells, right? So these cells do not have, as you keep on using them, the voltage start decreasing, and that's why जब उसकी voltage बिल्कुल खत्म हो जाती है, you say that the cell is dead. So it cannot give you constant voltage because it's not being recharged again and again. But reason definitely here is true, because the overall reaction of button cell does not involve any ion. There is no ion. If you would have seen this reaction, there is this zinc forming a complex compound, and that is why जब हम Leclanche cell की structure को भी study करते हैं, we have got the pencil cell thing, and there is a zinc container, there is this graphite thing outside, in that we have the manganese oxide paste, and that's why there's no ion concentration there, and so reason is true but the assertion is false. Next assertion that we have is coating iron with zinc prevents rusting, because जब आप iron को zinc से galvanization we call it, so it prevents rusting. Definitely the coating of zinc prevents moist air to come in contact with the metal, and I think assertion is true but reason is false, because moist air से तो वो उसको नहीं बचाएगा, but definitely it's a prolonged thing, because सिर्फ moist air से corrosion नहीं होता या rusting नहीं होती है. It requires moist air in the presence of oxygen as well. So it's humidity or water in the presence of oxygen which makes any metal undergo corrosion. So that's not here happening, and that is why reason is false here, or incomplete, I can say. More negative the electrode potential, greater is the power to act as oxidizing agent, is definitely wrong, because it's opposite. If it is more negative, it is a reducing agent. And as the electrode potential becomes more negative, there is greater tendency to undergo oxidation. That is true. So if you can see, more negative, ऊपर वाली जो statement है, नीचे वाली, दोनों एक दूसरे के opposite हैं. That is why assertion is false and reason is true. Next, we have secondary cells are cells which cannot be recharged after use. That's absolutely wrong. Primary cells are the cells which cannot be recharged. Secondary cells, sorry, that's not wrong. In a way, secondary cells are the cells which can be recharged. I just misinterpreted as cannot, sorry. So secondary cells are the one which cannot, which can be recharged, but primary cells cannot. So assertion आपका यहाँ true है. The products are electrolyzed back to the initial reactants. That is also true. So आपके जितने भी inverter batteries हैं, जितनी भी rechargeable batteries हैं, even your mobile phone batteries, your laptop batteries, they all are secondary cells, and that is why you can recharge them every time you're using it. They can be recharged. So that's all from my side for this session. The links of the video are shared here. The channel details are given to you, and you can look up to the channel and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.